Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to your 1973 podcast for the week. And we're here. We have no professor, so you know how that goes, no glue. So we kind of go off the rails a little bit, but we got Ed. He's back this week. Put the bumper on. Here we go. Brad, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So, Edwin, you
You
know
ready?
how we do it. We
All right.
always start off with one watch. Everybody knows the rules. Let's get right into it.
All right. Hey there, podcast fans. You ready to show off your love for the 1973 podcast? We've got over 20 different designs of t-shirts and hoodies that capture the essence of classic stuff. Whether you're a fan of the show or just love that retro feel, we've got something for everyone. From bold prints to your subtle nods to your favorite personalities, each piece is made with top-notch quality that timeless classic style you crave. Perfect for lounging at home and making a statement out and about. And don't wait, our collection is flying off the shelf. Fasten, you can say, don't be cheap, buy a shirt. Visit us now at bonfire.com and grab your favorites before they're gone. But also check us out at the 1973 Podcast t-shirt store on YouTube and just click the link below.
All right. So, one watch, everybody knows the rules. You know whose pick it was. It was the Phantom's pick. So, let's get right into it. Tell us what you picked there, Brankowitz, and why you picked it.
I picked Eyes Wide Shut, 1999 Stanley Kubrick film. Always seemed to be controversial back then. As the years have unfolded, you start seeing a lot of the stuff that we're seeing on the news was kind of reminded me a little bit of this movie. So I wanted to get back into it and see what these elites are doing late at night. So essentially, the movie's about a doctor played by Tom Cruise. He in a somewhat of like kind of an argument with his wife. His wife kind of tells him that like she's been having like a fantasy of cheating on him or something like that, and it like really gets into his feelings. So the story is eventually kind of like he has this night of like a journey of curiosity as he goes through New York City. He kind of runs into an old friend at a party of upper class people, and he kind of tells them that, oh, I've been doing these gigs around New York. I'll be working this club if you want to come check it out. So during that night, he kind of runs into a prostitute, has a near encounter with her, but he doesn't do anything. But you can already tell that the wheels are turning. He ends up meeting this friend at the club after he's done playing. And the guy kind of like is short with him saying, hey, I got to go. I got another party to go to after this. And he's like, at this time? So he starts indulging this, like getting into this like story of like, yeah, it's kind of weird or whatever. Like, I don't know where it's at. They're going to call me. So he's like super, super intrigued by this. And curiosity kind of kills the cat. The guy ends up giving him the information. He kind of makes his way to this party, and then once he gets there, it's a party of these elites, masks. Oh, really? Before that, he finds out that he needs to be in costume about the masks. Kind of uses. You can tell he's well off. He works his way into New York. He finds this like Russian costume place where he kind of goes into he tries to bribe his way into getting a costume late at night. While he's doing it, the guy's underage daughter is like with these like Japanese Japanese businessmen or whatever, like there's like weird shit going on in there. Kind of figures out that it's like the guy's acting like he doesn't know what's going on. He's gonna call the cops, blah blah blah. So he gets his costume, he goes to the party. So while he's at the party, they end up outing him that they already can tell that he's not supposed to be there. All kinds of weird stuff going on, all kinds of all the sexual stuff going on. You got rituals, leaves. He won't let the curiosity of the party go, so he's kind of going back, trying to figure stuff out. Then now he's kind of like he's like in the newspaper, like there's like these prostitutes are dying, and he's kind of tying all this stuff together, and come to find out one of his friends that is well off of the original guy that he was at the party with ends up kind of going up to him and be like, hey dude, I know it was you at the party, and now he's like, he feels like that. I think he kind of feels like they're after him. He doesn't really know what's going on. Story goes full forward. and his wife ends up finding out about it, and it kind of ends kind of a little odd where they at the end they just kind of decide that, like, you had your problems, I had my problems, we're just going to stay together, and nothing really matters. So it ends up coming down. It leaves you kind of, was Kubrick trying to like tell the people something? I know that he had like died during or after the filming, and after the studio got a hold of the movie, they ended up cutting like 20 minutes of it that he hadn't really approved them cutting. And the other thing that I thought was kind of weird is, like, when you're watching the movie, everything is done like, it's like so intentional. So it's like there's scenes where it's like everything's red, everything's kind of like this weird lighting, everything's dark, but like then like during the day you get like your full brightness. So it almost gives like an effect of like it's a dream, or but it's done intentionally. So some people come away from the movie like this was brilliant. Others, I think the sexual overtones and all that's too much for them. That's like, what is this about? What am I watching here? And then you get the people like me that kind of fall somewhere in the middle. I've been on a little roll here where, like, the movies that we've been picking have been movies that when I watched them when they first came out, whether they're in the 90s, 80s, whatever it is, that I really remember liking a lot. As we do the rewatch, I don't know if I'm desensitized as an adult, but as I'm watching, like, this movie, just like some of the other ones that we've recently done, I remember being like, "Oh man, this is a good movie." I rewatched it and I'm like, I think this is the movie that has fallen off the most for me. Like, from the first time I watched it till now, I'm like almost like, this movie sucks, even though at one time I kind of really liked it a lot. So I don't want to say it's like it was a horrible movie. Slow paced, but intentionally slow paced. Weird like music, and they try to add to the drama to it, but I'm gonna come in with a 6.2, and I really debated my score, where usually the score comes right to me, because that thing could actually like fall into almost like a 5, but I kind of throw some balance in it to what I originally thought of it in the beginning. But that's where I'm at, fellas. What do you think?
Okay, I'm curious because of Scotty's background. I'm going to go with Scotty next. Scotty, thoughts on
Psychologist, talk to me.
Where are we going with that?
Yeah. No, I think do these stand the test of time? Why not? I watched the movie again. I had watched it when it first came out, and I recall kind of liking it then. But it's not one of those movies that I watched again. I don't think I ever watched again and stuff. Actually, when I went to put it on, I saw that somebody in my house had watched it, and then I'm like, hold on, because I'm looking at my wife. I'm like, did you just put this on? Because it was like 30 minutes left. And they're like, nope. So it's one of my kids was watching it. So one, I did two things. First, I walked through it, and then I watched it again. And I almost thought of it almost like a John Hughes movie where Tom Cruise couldn't get laid. He was basically, he went to the sex worker, couldn't get her. He saw another lady. He was about to fool around with, her boyfriend showed up. Then he goes to the sex party. Everybody's having sex except him. He gets kicked out. And then he goes back to where the sex worker was. It's her best friend. They're about to do something. That doesn't happen. And it's like, oh my God, this really sucks. And then I agree, slow pace. I thought it was slow. I know it was 2.5 hours. I don't even know the running time. But that 20 minutes they cut, did they cut the ending? Because it felt like there was no ending. Right? It was really at the end. It's like, okay, maybe we should fuck, right?
But yes, there was, though.
There was.
That was the end.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So
Chopping at the bit.
All right. But what I'll take a little of the professor's role, because he always does a little research. What I realized is they took 3 years to make that movie. It was incredibly long. It actually holds the Guinness World Record of actual longest straight filming time. And Harvey Keitel was originally that guy who Tom Cruise is talking to with the prostitute, whatever, who is drugged out. He was originally in it. They filmed scenes and Kubrick fired him because he was too difficult. And so I did a whole Brad thing after I watched the movie. I went on and I was like, was Kubrick in the Epstein files? That's the first thing I searched. Right? And it didn't show anything, but then there was there was a podcast, The Illuminati Killed Kubrick. And so then I'm like, all right, well, I got to walk my dog. I'm going to put this on. And it was all these kind of funny things.
Send me that.
Yeah, I will. It was, I got about 45 minutes in before we got on here. But again, actually the podcast made me enjoy the movie more because really understanding, because I knew some of Kubrick's stuff, right? But then when you actually look at his history, this guy has created like some incredible films, and he never won as best director. You got Full Metal Jacket. We all know Clockwork Orange, 2001 Space Odyssey, but Spartacus, there's like so many different ones.
The Shining.
Shining, yeah, incredible Shining. Like, come on. So I'm gonna give it a 6.5. I wasn't happy watching it again, and but literally the podcast that I listened to afterwards actually made me enjoy the experience more.
All right, Ed, you want to chime in?
Sure.
You have the floor.
All right. Well, this is a very interesting movie. First and foremost, for me, it was very slow. But if you look at Full Metal Jacket, kind of slow, and so you'd think typically you'd feel like that there would be a rapid buildup in this movie. It's not. But I'm gonna jump through a lot of the stuff because I'm just gonna go right to what Scott get. The lore goes that the one piece that they actually cut out of the movie was the envelope scene when he was in front of the gate. So they said that was the only thing that they possibly cut out that changed the whole story, because basically they changed it because it hit too close to reality. Basically, it was that we're going to come after your daughter if you don't give her up. And the ending scene in the toy store, and then if you look at the game behind them when they're there, was the same thing as the circle. So the thing is like those two gentlemen that were there in the movie a few times, they walk off with his daughter. That was the ending. So that's the thing about it is that just a couple other pieces, like the rainbow thing, and that kind of goes back to, some of the stuff that we've talked about on the podcast. The mansion where they shot it at was actually owned by the Rothschilds. How about that? And here I also find another one that was also very interesting. Kubrick never came back to the United States, but other than to show up at some award ceremonies and whatnot, because he was afraid to fly.
Correct, Ed.
So I think that this one probably hit way too close to home. I think that, when the producers and the studios saw it, they were like, no way, dog. We're cutting this. Sorry. And that's what they did. So I'm going to give it the old Larry Murphy, and I'm going to give it a 5.5. Did not stand well up against time.
All right, Shagtastic, you are up.
All right, I'm going to make it short and sweet. I'm so glad. Listen to you guys talk. Listen to people explain to me why they read Playboy for the articles. Like, all right, we saw boobs, we saw Bush, we saw naked Nicole Kidman. 6.5, I'm good.
That's it? You going 6.5?
I'm glad you described the story, guys. This year's many years later, I'm like, oh, there's a story to it? I saw nudity. I'm good.
Now, I'm curious. Did you watch this movie at Scotty's house and you just watched it for the 10 minutes and then for some reason you had to stop?
Exactly.
What a fool, man.
He gave me the password.
I don't want to bore Shaggy with this, but this movie is a great deep dive. If you are a conspiracy theorist type person, that Stanley Kubrick deep dive on his 1968 2001 A Space Odyssey comes out, they supposedly hired him to fake the moon landing. Carte blanche was part of his deal but for some reason after that, he moved to England. Never shot any movies in the US after that. Afraid to Fly, like Ed said, every one of his movies from 2001 on all have subtle little clues in it that have never been actually pointed out other than like conspiracy theorists or whatever. Ed's right about the end of the movie. I was going to bring that up. The colors, the red and the blue, play a big part in that movie.
It was noticeable when I was watching it.
Yeah, so noticeable, and it's just like the whole tone of the movie with the apartment in the beginning. It's all like well lit and everything like that. And as the movie goes on and they start having their marital stuff, that it gets darker. Every time they go back to the apartment that they live in, it gets a little darker in there until the end. When I first watched it, and I haven't watched it probably since I saw it in the theater, I always thought that where the mask was there, maybe she was at the party, but her whole thing with, there's a possibility that she was there and she scooped up the mask to kind of let him know that she's part of that. Who knows? That's a little subtle thing that they kind of throw in there, but they never explain it. He's great for putting stuff in there in plain sight, just like how that stuff rolls. Put it in plain sight and let you kind of, figure it out for yourself. But yeah, so many things about this movie. So the mansion that they film is supposedly in upstate New York or right outside of New York City, where he goes to in the 1972 that famous Rothschild party where they all are wearing the mask. The pictures came out years later with Salvador Dali's there, and if you look at the mansion that they use in that movie, and you look at the mansion that they had that party at in 72, it's the same dead ringer for the one there. They had those funky masks on. They had those funky masks on at this. So it was like, it's so close to home when it comes to that stuff, that side of it. And at the time, 1999 or whatever it was, nobody really paid much attention to that. But it's a great deep dive years later with all the stuff coming out. Great pick from the Phantom. So without getting long-winded about it or whatever, and I'm sure Brad's going to add a ton of stuff to it. I'm going a little high with this because I just kind of liked the psychological side of it, and it all started with him hearing a fantasy that his wife had, which really didn't. If she had never said anything, would he have gone kind of like stir crazy thinking about it? But him not getting any action through that whole movie, it's because he seems to have a high moral compass. He helped that girl, didn't take advantage of her. Yeah, he was curious, but did he ever really? He didn't do anything. He walked away from the chance with the prostitute, and even she was bummed out about it. He went back and, he felt bad that he walked out like that, and he brought her cupcakes or whatever the hell he was bringing there. And then they find out that she had AIDS after the fact. And, his high moral compass kept him kind of out of trouble. If you notice, when he's being followed by the bald guy, he buys that newspaper. Did you see what it said on the newspaper? You're in trouble, or something like that. And then when he opened up the newspaper, it had another subtle headline on it on the outside. Not the article about the model, but she was the one that he had saved earlier in the movie. So a lot of really kind of intricate things. It's definitely a really good deep dive. So I'm going to give it a 7.5, a little high, but I enjoyed the rewatch. Brad, bring it home.
Yeah. I remember the first time I watched this movie, there was way more boobs, bro. Like when I watched it back, you get boobs for like 5 seconds, and the rest is Tom Cruise moping for 2.5 hours. But yeah, so if you know Stanley Kubrick and how he makes films, excuse me, he doesn't do anything. Nothing in his movies is ever per chance. He is very deliberate. Every shot, every scene, every prop, everything means something. So even in like The Shining, there's a scene the kid is wearing like a NASA shirt and he's playing with a rocket and he's
Apollo.
What's that?
There's Apollo on it.
Yeah, there's Apollo on it, and room 237 in the book. It's room 137, but Stanley Kubrick made it room 237 because that's the distance from the Earth to the Moon is 237,000 miles or whatever. So he's very deliberate. Like he does nothing by accident. So in this film, if you guys know, it's not just the colors, the music. Every time something bad or notorious was about to pop off, the music had that same little dun, 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 in the background, and it lets you know, oh, I gotta watch this. Yeah, bing, bing. And it wasn't just like Christmas music, man. Like you had to like key in because you knew that scene was about to pop, and it was something you had to pay. That's how he tells the audience, like, pay attention to this. Even when he's being followed by the bald man, and then the music is like ding, 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 ding. The bald man stops, looks at Tom Cruise. What's he standing next to? A stop sign, literally telling him to fucking stop. The newspaper said, "Lucky to be alive." Right? And then he flips it open. First headline he reads, model dies in a high-rise apartment. And that's the woman he saved in the beginning who found him out at the party and she sacrificed herself. So he saved her life, so she saved his. Like it was a 1-for-1. That's essentially what that was. So lots of little nuggets and Easter eggs in this movie, man. And we could really just deep dive this whole thing. Even the password Fidelio means it's translated faithful, loyal, and trustworthy. So to be in that secret society, this Bohemian Grove, you got to be loyal, trustworthy, right? Because you can't talk about Fight Club. But it's also a stark contrast to the reason why like the people are at this party committing infidelity, and doing things that are immoral. But the password to get in is something it contradicts that, right? The opera, the whole theme of the opera, Fidelio is an opera by Beethoven. The whole theme of it is love, sacrifice, and loyalty. Pretty weird, right? Considering when you deep dive into this film and you know that they're sitting there at the end and Nicole Kidman is crying and Tom Cruise is kind of like nonchalant about this shit. Like, I kind of get the vibe it's not even his fucking daughter. You know what I mean? That's my interpretation. I didn't read that anywhere. That's just me. But
Maybe it's
if you piece it together, where they allude through the whole film that Nicole was at these parties, right? Or Alice Hartford was at these parties, you start to think that like, because she had a dream about it. She woke up with a mask there. She already kind of told him she's thinking about cheating on him and all this other stuff. Now you start to question like, is this even his kid? And Andy, you said he seemed like he had a high moral compass. I think he had a high moral compass with questionable values because the whole film, anytime he got in a tight spot, what did he do? He pulls out his thick doctor's wallet and start. And I'm like, yo, did doctors have that much swag back in the 90s? Like, dude was like, hold the cab. Every time he got in a jam, he's like, hold up.
You've thrown around a lot of money when you take $100 bill and rip it in half.
I'm saying, right? Yeah. If he did that now, the cabbie would be like, get the fuck out of my car. Like, did you just rip $100 bill? Like, get out of here, dude.
Like, card only.
Yeah, so like Tom Cruise was already flirting with that whole like money and power thing, man. And Stanley Kubrick was very deliberate about this. Yo, did he not get laid the whole movie? Yeah, but he was also flirting with the prostitutes in the very beginning. He went to the girl's house in the very beginning. And lucky to be alive is, hey, him and his wife were lucky to be alive because the secret society didn't kill them, but also because he didn't sleep with the whore that had AIDS, HIV, right? And then even through the whole ending of the movie, when you see the daughter walk off, so my interpretation was like, yeah, they gave that daughter away, but also was she even there? Or were they just going through the motions because they were crying about it? She's like, oh, right now she'll be waking up. She's going to want to go shopping and open presents or whatever. Was she even there? Or did they just go to this toy store and they'd already given her away? And that's how they saved themselves. And what does or Alice Hartford, what does she say at the very end? Like they just gave their daughter away. She's like, there's only one thing left for us to do.
Mm-hmm.
Get it, boys. That's what she said. And I'm like, bro, that's a weird thing to say to your husband. So like, she was just as, schizo as he was in this movie, man. And definitely is telling Stanley Kubrick, every movie he made, he is told about something that was related to the occultist secret societies of Hollywood and the elites, man. And the fact that we watched this when the Epstein files are being released, man. And there's another movie with Channing Tatum. It's called Blink Twice. That is also about secret societies and parties and stuff like that, man. If y'all get a chance to go watch that, it's really good. I'm gonna give it. I'm surprised nobody else said it. I'm gonna give it a 6.9.
Tom had had it down as his score. So
Oh, he did.
Yep.
Great minds think alike.
So the average was 6.62, round up to 6.63.
okay.
I've got a couple little fun facts that haven't
low.
been mentioned yet. I didn't want to say them all.
Okay.
But this movie is actually blamed for the divorce of Cruise and Nicole Kidman. The filming of the sex scene with the Navy guy and Nicole Kidman, Tom Cruise was actually forbidden to be on the set. And so then later in an interview, Nicole Kidman said, "Oh, I really love Stanley Kubrick. He really allows actors to go beyond the boundaries and, work in like other places where they're, you have rules and all of that. That's not the same with Kubrick." So it's kind of the whole cucking of Cruise is like the whole theme to this particular movie. He didn't see her sex scene, which was repeated like frequently throughout the movie until the movie came out. And so the original person who was cast, they were hoping for the Tom Cruise character, was Harrison Ford.
Oh.
And the guy actually had, if you think of his name, the character is Dr. William Hereford, because he made kind of a little Easter egg for him, but he didn't end up doing it. And I think the other fun thing, we were talking about the doctor thing. He was throwing that doctor thing before. That would be a good, if you want to have a shot every time he goes, "I'm a doctor,"
Right.
you would be hammered by the end of that movie.
I got two questions about this movie. Is that movie considered a Christmas movie?
It does take place during the holiday season.
There's several Christmas trees.
Technically, everyone has a Christmas tree in every scene. Yes.
A lot of Christmas bush in that.
A lot of bush, a lot of bushes.
The Bush to Noel.
They try to play Nicole Kidman off as the hottest one in the movie, but they had the girl that saves him is pretty right up there.
Yeah.
Now, Brad, correct me if I'm wrong, but
You're wrong.
Okay, thank you. But isn't the Christmas tree from the Germanic tribes back in the day, and so that's what the tree represents? And isn't a lot of this pagan stuff, isn't that related to having the tree? Isn't that? Okay, thank you. So I was right.
Yeah. So I mean, you could he's very, like I said, he's very deliberate, and there was a tree in almost every scene, right? So he's basically alluding to the paganism and the devil worshiping of Baal. Baal. I'm saying that right? Baal. I don't know.
You're gonna get a shadow ban now.
Yeah, I know, but he was very deliberate, man. And even with the child prostitute at the costume place, man, he's feeding right into this Hollywood elitism, Jeffrey Epstein.
It's wild, like when he comes back to return the costume.
Yeah.
And the daughter's there, and the dudes come out from the back, and now it's all good because they made some business.
Right.
Right. I'm like, what the hell's going on in this movie?
Yep.
But going back to even like the deliberate part of, I had read that the whole film was actually done in Europe. So you figure all the scenes when Tom Cruise is walking around like New York City, every car, every piece of trash on the ground, everything is set up. It's not like you're just walking down a regular city street.
Right.
That's like a studio. So it's anything that you saw was there intentionally.
Yeah, because he never left England.
That kind of attention to detail.
Even Full Metal Jacket. They were all of it was shot in England.
I did not know.
Cool.
Yep.
We could do a whole episode on Stanley Kubrick, man.
Oh, crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, I actually love a lot of his movies. They're in my top stuff. So
Bradford, speaking of loving movies, we need to know what our one watch everybody knows the rules homework is for next week.
I want to do something fun. I haven't seen it yet because it's basically brand new. It's kind of a scary movie if you want to say it like that. 28 years later, The Bone Temple. 28 days later, great zombie flick. 28 years later, the second one, an even better zombie flick. This is third in the series. It's kind of a trilogy, a lot of lore behind it. And I know you guys aren't fans of the lore.
Love the law.
I kind of want, hey, I'm gonna watch this one. Y'all can watch it one off too, or if y'all really want to get into it, go watch 28 Days Later, 28 Years Later. You'll appreciate this one even more. I don't give a fuck if you like it or not. We're
The
gonna
fucking
watch
guy that
it.
doesn't like to watch a 2-hour movie is gonna make me watch 3 freaking movies.
Hey, man, you got to get the lore. You got to get the lore in this
I got
movie.
no kids in baseball. I got time.
You got to get the lore. Anyway, 28 years later, Bone Temple. It looks really good. It gets the whole 28 years later and the Bone Temple both got really high reviews on like Rotten Tomatoes and shit. So they're not bad films, man. I think they're fun, kind of palate cleanse all this conspiracy child sacrifice shit. So with zombies. So we'll do it with zombies.
I think Bone Temple is the sequel to Eyes Wide Shut.
Yes. Yeah, the bone.
Yes.
The Boner Temple. Am I right? No.
You're on a roll here, right? So
Yeah.
Good. I didn't say a word.
I'm
we're gonna
cooking.
go right into what you like to talk about, also the Elimination Chamber and some wrestling. But before we get that going, do you want to try some wrestling trivia for the fellas?
Shoot.
All right, so just trying to bring everybody in the fold because I know Shagtastic, Edwin, Scotty,
Shagtastic.
they're not in the know with the new stuff. So
No, we know it's shitty. We know.
Yeah, because it's the new style, and it's
the
not
new
4
style.
and 3 and 2 and 1.
All right, you ready? If no cheating, I know Brad likes to pull up stuff on the computer and the phone, so no cheating.
No,
if you see Brad look down, you know he's coming with some details.
All right, who was the first wrestler to win the WWF title
Ric Flair.
with the manager, Mr.
Hulk Hogan.
Fuji?
Oh,
Right answers only, please. Brad, guess?
With Mr. Fuji. Fuck. No, I don't know.
Scotty?
Is it Jimmy Fly?
Nope.
No.
Ed?
Fuji. Shit.
Shaggy?
Barbarian? I don't know.
oh no.
I can't remember who he managed.
Mr. Fuji managed one world heavyweight champion. Who was it? No cheating.
Yokozuna?
Iron Sheik?
Who said Yokozuna? Brad, you win.
Hey, what do I win?
Nothing.
Attaboy.
This game sucks.
I think was that a trick question? Was he like his manager while he was the champion?
Yeah, when he won the belt.
I don't even remember that.
No, well, hey.
I remember him being his manager, but then like after the fact when he had the belt, I don't remember him having a manager anymore.
You know, I tried to find, like I was telling Shaggy, I was trying to find something that wasn't like easy, like whose finishing move was the tombstone. Just trying to find something mid-tier. Brad, come on now. What do you got about Danhausen? What do you got about the results? Let's go.
Elimination Chamber. It was mid. It was okay. I give it like a 7.5. It wasn't the men's match this time was actually turned up, way up. The Danhausen thing, it was cool for like 1 second, and then everybody started booing. And that was hilarious. People were so sick of it.
Timu stink.
Yeah, people were so sick of it, man. And I don't know what they're gonna do with him. Honest to God, where are they gonna put that guy? NXT? There's no way that dude goes straight to the main roster. There's no freaking way. Anyway, it was okay, man. It wasn't the best. I think the biggest news out of WWE, besides Elimination Chamber, is that Janelle Grant came out, did an interview, and apparently was found that it was consensual. And now Vince is trying to buy back WWE with Saudi backers.
Okay, what do you think about that?
Look, we said it in the beginning when the news broke. I said, look, man, I don't think he did anything illegal. I think it was unethical and immoral as hell. Which, just like Eyes Wide Shut, man, like people were pushing the boundaries on some shit, right? I think Vince is just a dirty old geezer, man, that likes to poop on people. So
I think she might be part owner when he's done.
Yeah, you know, and I don't think she even wanted the investigation. She said in her statement, they came to her and were like, "We're about to blow this open, and you're in it." And she was like, "What?" And she even says, "Like, I didn't want this. I didn't call anybody. I'm not the one that I didn't do any of this, right?" Um, and then it was found to be it was mostly consensual shit, man. So
That might be lawyer speak for. Hey, we need to get out of this.
yeah, we got to get
Our lawyer ain't beating his lawyer.
yeah.
I have
Ed?
questions. So who approached her? That would be my question.
And they said it was they. I think at that point it was the FBI because it went to the feds.
It was Cash Patel.
And because it was before him, and they were more inept than they are now, or the same ineptitude. Because anyway, but yeah, so they went to her, and is the whole thing about this is the NDA thing. Like, can NDAs keep victims from testifying and so on, and that's what they're pushing for. But he's pushing to buy back, but they just released their numbers, and they've had a pretty good year.
Isn't it crazy?
And so he is going to have
Kind
to
of like
pay.
work, Ryan.
Hey, dude. All the talk there was, the ticket prices.
Bro.
They're not selling all the seats. And then they're like, they made more money than UFC.
Yep.
Crazy. Crazy.
They had a record-breaking year. Despite ticket prices and people saying they weren't going, people still went.
So, Brad, you know what they need to do is if he does buy it back, don't tell anybody. Surprise pop one day where he comes out with great wrestling angle, because you know I like controversy on my wrestling angles. Janelle Grant as his secretary.
Ooh, Vince would do some shit like that, too, bro.
As the secretary, following him around with a notepad, taking notes.
Bro, that would be epic.
Yep.
Oh, those checks would be massive, wouldn't they?
That's some shit Vince McMahon would do.
Just following him around, not even really, an on-air personality, but doesn't talk, just takes down all the stuff he wants to change. He's out there looking at stuff, just comes out, starts, oh yeah, jot that down.
Might start watching again.
You gotta get the masses back to it, like how it was in the Hulkamania area, the Attitude Era, and they're due for something else like that. But it's got to be something that's created through the masses going, I got to watch that. So whatever that is, I don't know. That's things that we've talked about on deep dives before. So, Brad, have anything to add?
I thought that the kind of like the build up towards Mania with having Randy Orton win, and then afterward they kind of have this thing with like Nick Aldis and Drew kind of going back and forth, where he's going to make this match for Cody and Drew to fight on SmackDown for the belt. Cody's winning that belt.
100%.
So that they can have Randy Orton versus Cody as the co-main event for WrestleMania. And then maybe even Nick Aldis maybe comes out of retirement for maybe a one-time thing to have a WrestleMania match versus Drew. I don't know if they'll do anything with them. But I don't know I know Aldis is actually a really good wrestler. I don't know if this whole commissioner thing is he's like older, or if he has an injury that prevents him from wrestling. But not even like probably 5 years ago, he was like an indie guy, but he's a good wrestler. So it's kind of surprised that it's taken this long for them to kind of get him into the mix. I don't know if the one match with Drew is, I can't see them allowing him to beat Drew, but if he gets a little WrestleMania match where he can end his career with that moment, would kind of be a nice little fitting thing for him anyways. But Cody versus Randy Orton, that's people are dying to see that.
Oh, that's going to cook, bro. That's going to be a good one. When he hit the RKO on Cody, bro, I was like, oh, come on,
hey,
chair, dude.
How about this? He hits him with the RKO, and he actually gets the clean pin off of. He hit him with it, and he beat him. Because I was waiting for him to kick out, to be honest.
Yep. Seth Rollins, the king of the comeback, dude. Seth Rollins, the king of the random crazy return.
Now, if he came back, I guess the whole setup for with the box and everything was for the Danhausen thing. But if he's coming back, why wouldn't he be the one to come out of the box? Wouldn't that be a little bit more main event-ish?
Yeah. I just hope we can finally put the masked man thing away. I'm good on that for now.
Like, literally, I don't know what the number is for that, but it's probably pushing Cena all-time numbers.
Yeah.
How many times have they used that?
Yeah,
they used it with the Uso brothers.
Yep.
Oh my God! It's like every time you see him come out, it's like, oh, here we go with the guy with the mask. Let's beat that one to death.
Ed,
Yeah.
you ready to channel your
You ready?
professor and take us into some shitty picks or what?
I think we can. So
Okay.
the 1973 podcast is brought to you by Lent Hockey Company. At Lent Hockey, it's about the game, whether you're a seasoned pro, a weekend warrior, or listening up for the very first time. They've got you covered from top tier gear and custom equipment to apparel, live event experiences, and full team support. Lent Hockey is built by hockey players for hockey players. It isn't just a brand, it's a community, a place where players of every level can stay sharp, play hard, and live hockey. So if you want to elevate your game, support a company that supports the hockey world, and join a movement that's growing fast. Check out lethockey.com today and tell them the crew from the 1973 podcast sent you.
All right, Ed, you're gonna take over the segment for the professor and kicking the sports. What do you got?
Well, I'd like to talk. I don't know what you boys thought of the gold medal game. Tell me what, because I wasn't here for that. I was.
Don't get me started.
Look at Brad. Brad's like,
Don't get me started.
Brad's like, I boycotted that episode.
I thought I avoided all the hockey talk, man.
Brad's like, I came back on Tuesday and I skipped an episode for nothing.
Hey, Ed, hey, listen, I don't want to drag it on anymore, but what an awesome moment for the United States for hockey all the way around, men's and ladies. It was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. The record numbers in both broadcasts, just something that you might not ever see before. Again, because Canada's going to come correct next time out.
Yeah, that's the truth.
So up here in Canada, it was sour grapes.
Yes, sir.
Oh, absolutely. You would have thought, like somebody slept with your sister. It was, people were pissed. All I could hear was, well, the better team lost. The better team lost, all of that sort. But that Sunday, everything shut down here except the bars. The bars opened at 8 a.m. in all across Canada. Like everybody was out and watching that game. Everything was on, and it was crazy. It was insane, and then I'm sure I haven't heard the episode from last week yet, but the 3-on-3, everybody bitching about that, right? Find another way. The 3-on-3 for a final game, come on. I understand. Leading up to it, you got to get the games over, but that's BS.
I agree,
like
Scotty.
Tom Cruise in the movie.
I think that in a championship game, it's 5-on-5 until somebody wins it. Keep everybody on the ice. Keep playing regular hockey. I mean, because the thing about it is that 3-on-3, yeah, does it open up the ice? Does it make it more exciting for preliminary games? Of course it does. Hey, you're gonna need to make a decision, but it's the final game. Let them play. Let them play. Just keep playing.
It's a whole different sport.
Yeah. And I mean, and my thing about it was that, I mean, quite frankly, one of the funniest things that I saw was, oh, here's your silver medal in a doll,
Stuffed animal.
Here's your stuffed animal. And like, I forget who it was, but he looked at
McKinnon.
Look, it was like, are you freaking kidding me? I just lost like one of the toughest games of my life, and you're gonna give me a stuffed animal? Like,
well, plus he missed an open net too.
Well, there's that too.
Yeah, and you lost 3-on-3 with the best 3 players on the world on the ice.
Yeah. Marchand was getting a lot of shit up here.
I think it was hurt.
For how he played. He had a lot of turnovers, all of that sort.
Well, I mean, my thing about it is just like, I mean, well, tell me about how McDavid was received, Scotty, because, he is the best player out there, in my opinion. And now my couch in on the Panhandle of Florida. So, like, what do I know?
Oh yeah, and nobody was shitting on him. It was just the fact that, I think, more my opinion there, you had a lot of people who weren't playing together, right? It's like when you got the puck, everybody wanted their Sidney Crosby moment. Yep. Everybody wanted their golden goal moment, right? And so I think when it came to that, it was okay. I'm going to rush in, and it's going to be my moment. And it wasn't about, there was some passing and stuff like that, but I think it was more individual attempts at glory.
So do you think it was Canada? I mean, I personally think that from an individual talent perspective, Canada was a better team.
Absolutely.
But as far as playing together as a team, I think the United States played better as a team. And hockey is a team game. Last time I checked, Brad, you know that hockey is a team sport. Just so you know.
Yes.
You know if there's a team sport, that epic drinking that was going on after they won,
Bro, right?
That's just as entertaining as watching the Olympics.
Yeah, it's really entertaining that I pay taxes faithfully and dutifully so that director of the FBI can commandeer the FBI's jet to go to the Olympics to party with the Olympic team. That's cool.
Brad, he had official business. Didn't you know he had official business?
I like that part.
Huge hockey fan.
Yeah, I love that.
That week.
Keep paying your taxes, fellas.
Good call.
Well, I feel like Tom Cruise in the goddamn movie. Fubo cucked me. I fucking don't have NBC.
I figure if all my taxpayer money can go to all these politicians that are all millionaires and they've never had a real job in their life, I can eat the freaking $300 that he stole off us to freaking fly a plane across the country, across the ocean, I should say.
Scotty, did you happen to catch the video from the locker room of Megan Duggan with the beer?
Oh, Megan Duggan?
Yeah.
That what?
From the USA women's team.
No, I didn't see that one. I saw the Cash.
Oh, not Megan Duggan. I'm sorry. Keller. Megan Keller. I'm sorry.
Oh. What'd you do?
There's a video of her, and the way it's shot is kind of dubious. She's got the ski goggles on. She's laying on the floor, and somebody's pouring like a beer on her. But all you don't see the beer bottle or anything like that. You just see it looks like somebody's pissing on her.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah. It's definitely whoever shot it, they shot it with definitely an intention of posting it that way.
It was Vince McMahon.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I will say it was just as much as we can all be critics of everything, it was just nice to hear Jack Hughes, who lost 2 teeth, and say that he was just proud to be there. And, right or wrong, whatever, and no matter whatever side of the aisle that you belong to, because it is wings of the same bird, just for an FYI, because they all go out party, eat lobster, and filet mignon on the rest of us, just saying. So because our vote is an illusion, so that's all that matters, really. So anyway, that may be a little bit too much truth for the panel, but that's the truth. But it was just nice to hear somebody say, "I'm proud to be an American. I'm proud to be a part of this USA hockey brotherhood." That was nice to hear. It was nice to hear some positive stuff instead of everybody pissing and moaning and everything about everything. So that was nice to hear. So
the hot take this weekend was the I don't know the girl's name from the Olympic soccer team. She was tearing up the men's and the ladies for participating in anything to do.
Maria Poli or whatever.
Yeah. She was Shaggy. Care to add?
No, I don't know what she said. I just know she always is like that. She's the one kneeling during the national anthem, all that shit.
Yeah, she was going off on a podcast saying all this stuff about they shouldn't be going to the White House, they shouldn't be taking the acknowledgement or whatever. How do you know? I mean, you worked it's a once in a lifetime thing.
The thing that's crazy is like the 1980 team when they won, they went to go see Jimmy Carter at the White House. It's like, you think these guys give a shit about politics? Oh. I mean, maybe you might have a couple of guys on the team that do. These guys are probably anywhere between 20 to 27 years old. They already got money. They're you think they really, really care about it's just like, oh yeah, well, I'll go to the state union.
I would say, and nowadays, unlike when we were kids, you can't even take a tour of the White House like we used to.
Yeah, it's like everybody's getting vilified. It's ridiculous. It's you take a super, super positive moment, and somebody's gonna try shitting on it for.
They always do, yeah.
I think the only one that didn't go, Ryan, was Gensel.
Yeah, but
that's getting into practice.
Even him, he said he just went when he won the cup, so he's already been. And he said he was just trying to get back. He even said that it was I wasn't trying to make any kind of statement or whatever.
Right. It's I'm going back to practice. We're playing.
Well, they flew into Miami and he plays in Tampa Bay. So he was already in Florida and it's well, I'm gonna fly to the White House and then come back whatever. If you want to go, you want to go. If you feel that strongly about it and you don't want to go, don't go. It's I don't know. I think it's super, super overkill. And it's just everything's tugging you to one way or another. But with something like that, everybody should just be. When you say I'm proud to be an American, and all of a sudden you got half the country saying, "What's wrong with you for saying that?"
I just think back. Remember how much shit crazy. Tim Thomas got with the Bruins won?
Yeah. Well, that's the perfect case though. He was one of the rare guys maybe on the team that has a strong political view.
Right.
If that's the case and you know your shit or whatever, and then I'm hey man, it's not for me. I'm not going. I don't want to be a part of it. But the rest of the match, they don't give a shit. This guy's been ripping freaking beers for 3 days straight, and they're gonna go to the White House and even
eating fried chicken.
Even the thing with when Trump gave him the call. And they were hey guys, you guys want to come to the State of the Union? He's typical Trump. You know what he's about. So whatever. He's just hey, don't forget, we're gonna invite the girls too. And it's just everyone whatever. You chuckled at it because it's maybe you're surprised that he even said it, so you think it's kind of funny. Oh boy, typical.
Well, that's what he said.
Whatever. You're having a laugh about it. It's they act like he said biggest rival. Yeah, super. You get all these dudes in a locker room, and whatever. You might say shit. Stuff comes out of your mouth, and you don't even have passion about it. And you might just say something stupid and just to try to make people laugh or whatever. But it's no malice behind it. It's all ridiculous.
The other thing is the handful of guys you could hear talk about. One guy's 2 for 2. Other one's absolutely.
Yeah, man, they supported it. They supported it.
Of course they do.
Yeah. And my thing about this is if you really had that strong of a political agenda, you should go. You have an audience to talk to the president.
Yeah.
He's gonna. Yeah. I mean, you can actually go because the thing about it is just that. And the thing about it is whether you agree with them politically or not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're still going to respect the title. I mean, you don't have to like what he's about or whatever. But the thing about it is that he's still the commander in chief, whether you like it or not. You know what I mean? So respect the title and go. If you really have that strong of a political agenda, you're going to get 5 minutes with him. So guess what? You may get an invite back by yourself. Just saying, because it's happened before.
So, Ed, is it working at a place you don't really like, but the day they have free pizza, you show up for that?
I don't know. I haven't. I mean, most of the places that I've worked at, we've had more than pizza. But that being said,
Shaggy, anything to add to that?
Well, I remember one of the guys was saying, he's we just beat the biggest rival 10 minutes ago. He's do you think I really pay attention to what the guy said? People were chucking and laughing. So I was laughing. I didn't really pay attention to what he was saying and, politically thinking about it.
You got to put the Russians in there, though. You got to put the Russian team in for the 23rd.
Absolutely.
Got to put them in there.
Absolutely.
It doesn't seem right that they're not in it.
There should be a fucking asterisk.
Did you see the thing with Ovechkin when they were asking him about it?
No, I didn't see it right.
So, Ovi, what's your thoughts on the Olympics?
Oh, I didn't watch it, right?
And he's I don't watch it. It's funny the way that he said it, why, almost why would I watch it? But it's all press beat, dude. They're dying for him. Who knows what he's gonna say? You know what I mean, or anything else? But it's so you figure some of the guys that were just there, I would like to go. Some guys embraced it. But at the end of the day, they don't really give a fuck.
You got to include the Russians. I just picked up a Fedorov rookie.
Nice.
There you go.
Number 9.
There you go.
I like that. Ed, do you want to wrap up the sports stuff with some tinfoil, or you want to add anything?
I'd say we could probably wrap it up for the old tinfoilosaurus.
I didn't get a shitty pick yet.
Ed, how about a pick of the week? You got a pick of the week? How about a new pair of drawers?
No.
Longer shorts.
You're both not funny, just saying.
It's all clickbait, Ed. It's all clickbait.
Yeah, I know. All right, we're gonna shift gears to the tinfoil hat now. All right. So here we go. Here's to the tinfoil. This is the tinfoil hat lead-in, just so you know.
He disappeared.
This is the tinfoil hat lead-in. Shaggy, shut up.
Shut up.
All right, this episode of the 1973 podcast is brought to you by RC Custom Cards. You collect cards? Want something truly unique in your hands? Brian? RC Custom Cards turn ordinary cards into extraordinary. Custom designed trading cards created just for you. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, honoring a team, or a friend, build a one-of-a-kind collection. RC Custom Cards crafts premium personalized cards built to impress. Great quality, great design, and 100% custom. Made for collectors, fans, and anyone who wants something special. Ready to elevate your collection? Here's to rccustomcards.com and see where you can go and create. Tell them you've heard it on the 1973 podcast.
You did.
Yeah.
I got to get one of those.
Oh, since we're on a new team, I gotta get Lucas a new RC custom card.
Hey, those uniforms are thick.
What's that?
I like the uniforms for the new team.
Bro,
Things are nice.
swagged out. And they got a sponsorship with the Biloxi Shuckers, the minor league team. So we're gonna roll out some new unis in about a month that are gonna be
roll out.
I think themed of the same minor league ish. I don't know, but anyway, they're paying for it, so I don't care what it is, right? But pretty cool. But tinfoil hat, man,
Was it
we were
Jim
talking
Carrey?
about it. We were talking about it before. Would you say Jim Carrey? Oh, bro, I don't know if that's Jim Carrey or if he got cloned, but they said what's her name from the Wizard of Oz movies? What's her name, man? Selena Gomez?
Garland.
No, not
Judy
Judy
Garland.
No, Selena Gomez, the new Wizard of Oz. Her and Justin Bieber like made a deal and kind of sold their kid or decided not to sell the kid via Eyes Wide Shut ish. And so she sold herself instead, which is why she just like got that Ozempic face now. I don't know. So it kind of ties in with that, but I don't know. We were talking about it before the podcast, man, and it's like I remember in 2001, 2010 hearing Iraq had weapons of mass destruction and nukes, and terrorism was like the buzzword. Every time you turn around in the news, like terrorism, 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 and now it's starting the same game plan for Iran. It's almost say, fellas, you go invest in KBR and Halliburton, you'll be able to retire early. So, it's the same playbook, man. The CIA controls the media. Operation Mockingbird. They're playing the same music they played back in '01 and '02 to go to the same region for the same shit. And by the way, Iran is third in the world in oil reserves. So we just went and took Venezuela's oil like 2 months ago. and, now
Need a little freedom, huh?
and now we're about to take Iran's. So I was like,
Stargate.
we should be getting some kickbacks, right?
99-cent gas, baby.
Not you, Scotty, because you live in Canada. But we should be getting some, bro. I mean, Trump promised us tariff money. I ain't seen shit. Y'all see shit? I didn't see shit. He promised us kickbacks from this Venezuela oil. I ain't seen shit. Did y'all see shit? Yeah, I didn't see nothing. So,
where's my tax-free overtime? Damn it,
bro. Right? I'm
motherfuckers.
I'm glad that when I served in the military, I never got sent in. I was never kicking in doors or going on dangerous convoys. I did my time. I did the GWAT thing. 20 years we were at war while I was enlisted, and it seems like that cycle is just about to start to repeat itself. Because once you go to war in the Middle East, there is no easy pull out. You're in it balls deep for 20 more years. So I don't know, man. That's the money, man. So that's my tinfoil hat is how can America be so dumb to fall for the same playbook we saw 20 years ago, man?
That was 20 years ago.
And they're not even at
They might
least
be
change
right in
the
the
play.
playbook.
At least change the play. Audible. Do something. They're doing the same.
Get recycled.
Because the thing about it is that they don't have to, because there's more people outraged about a phone call in a locker room than there are about the pedophiles that are running the government in the world.
Hey, here's my thing though, because excuse me, Iran said they would release the Trump files if we invaded and attacked.
Not anymore.
So I'm waiting to see if they're going to dump some shit on the internet. But then Israel probably also told Trump they would release the files if he didn't attack, you know? So they caught our boy. He's literally caught in the middle.
I think that VCR Betamax is toast.
Yeah. But they're also saying, right, like, oh, they can nuke the US. They're 2 weeks away from a nuke to nuke the US. So if we don't get nuked, does that mean they fucking lying? Like I mean,
they like because like
that's an oversimplification, though, right? But like, if we don't get nuked, then they fucking lied.
But Trump said he obliterated their nuclear capacity several months ago when they bombed Iran.
It was still on the White House's website as of like 3 days ago or some shit I saw, where they literally announced like they have zero nuclear capability. It's on their White House webpage, man. And now they're like, no, they got nukes. They're 2 weeks away. We got to go get them. That's my best George Bush impersonation. I don't know. I'll keep working on it. But
Definitely.
yeah, fucking weird shit, man. And they're still not arresting anybody from Epstein, man. Like, and it just because Clinton's testified, and they're like, oh, we never met him, we never knew him. Like, motherfucker, he has a painting of Bill in a dress. How do you never? Not one time.
You see Hillary Clinton when they were like, she's like, I don't know him.
Yeah.
They'd be like, oh, how come you invited him to your daughter's wedding or some kind of shit like that? She like walked out.
We didn't know we never met him. Like, is this Ghislaine Maxwell and Chelsea?
Right in the picture, yeah.
That's crazy.
So it's weird, man. And
it's AI. It's AI.
Yeah, the whole politicalization of it too is people are like, yeah, the Clintons really took it to the Republicans in that deposition, and I'm like, what? No, don't cheer for that.
We didn't see it, right?
Everybody's supposed to get it.
The Bill Clinton too had some kind of deposition as well, where he was kind of like dishonoring Trump, where he was like, I never saw him at any of them parties, and then but I wasn't at any of them either.
Right? Like how we picking sides, and like the Republicans are like, yeah, get the Clintons. I'm like, yeah, get the Clintons and Trump, get them all. Like why are we drawing sides for this, man?
Clean house.
But did you guys talk about Pam Bondi's testimony and how she had the book of what all the senators went and saw?
That was awesome.
So that's like good on that cameraman for like zooming in and going that. And it's like, holy crap, she wanted to know everything that they saw in case it came up.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody's looking up their own name. See if they're in there.
It's crazy, man. It's mad world, dude.
Now, do you think that like at some point, all of a sudden, it's going to be like those mob movies where it's like it's going to be a roundup where all of a sudden one day it's not going to be like one person here, one person there. It's going to be a day where it's like all of a sudden like they hit like 5 houses all at the same time.
Oh, that would be wild.
Like 5 patsies that are all get scooped up.
I think that network is so deep, Ryan, that it's been going on for so long. We're talking centuries now, that I don't think you're ever going to eliminate the problem. The only thing I think they're ever worried about, and it's coming out, is the use of AI, and not in the digital way, but the AI where it doesn't lie about certain things. And I think a lot of the information that's coming out never probably would get out if we weren't in that kind of age. And the other thing too, I was talking to somebody at work about that, and where we're from that Gen X perspective, where we're more battle hardened with things, but we still are connected to certain things morally. It's the hypersensitive younger generation that is the dogs on this, because
they won't let it die.
The little stuff bothers them more than us. Not saying that this is anything to be taken lightly. I'm just saying that they're the ones that are taking this to another level, because they take participation medals and things to another level. So for once, it's good on them for doing the. I can't believe that this goes on. Well, you gotta come to reality that it's been going on for a long time. There's a whole hierarchy there that I think the surface that we see and hear about, I think there's still two tiers higher than that you don't even know about of people that are connected that have been doing it forever. That people that you don't know on a mainstream level. They're just
you look at like any kind of like revolution. It's the young people. It's not the old people. The old people will sell out what they believe for whether you something like if all of a sudden it crashes the whole government. They say they start arresting all kinds of people. We worry about how's that going to affect us? Is all of a sudden the price is going to go down? Am I going to lose my 401k? Am I going to like older people worry about? You're willing to take your personal values and throw them south not to have anything be disrupted. Where the young people don't care, they'll burn it down.
Well, theory of going back to the AI thing. So you know how we've brought that up every now and then, the Skynet joke, right? So the AI morphing into Skynet. What about if the whole Terminator thing that came about, let's say in reality, to go after the evil people and they just took everybody out? What about if the Skynet thing was chosen to go after the people that have been causing all the problems on a grand scale, and they needed something like that to go and fix the problem, like at an extreme level?
Well, we all grew up watching like Star Wars, and like the Empire is essentially the government, and the rebels who we were rooting for is really the anti-government. But you kind of grow up watching it, but you have to see the correlation in the 70s of like, oh, the evil empire is actually the government.
Yep, a lot of people lost in those Death Stars, man, and we don't talk about that enough.
They don't talk about the contractors building that new Death Star.
Yep, those terrorists is blowing up Death Stars for no reason.
Ed, Shaggy, Scotty, want to add to the tinfoil hat at all? I just want to say, don't get the wrong impression of the presentation on the podcast. It's more bringing awareness than the political views.
Absolutely.
It's the things that Brad likes to shed light on that maybe some subjects hit closer to home, but most of the tinfoil hat stuff kind of intertwines when you look at it. It's absolutely just how far back does it go? That's just it's harder for them to get away with it as we move into more technology based state of life.
Yep.
I kind of think in that way there's also no shame with this administration as well. So it is literally, look at this shiny object while I do this. And
absolutely.
We're seeing in other countries fallout from the Epstein list, right? We're seeing people get fired. We're seeing people, resigning from positions.
Yep. People getting arrested.
Yeah. And there's tons and tons of stuff out there. And literally, I found myself for about an hour last week actually going on Department of Justice, clicking on pictures and other things, kind of going, well, it's 3 million. How are they're basically saying you guys do the investigations.
Yep.
There is a whole amount of stuff, and you've got the most powerful person in the world going, hey guys, move on. Don't look at this. Don't look at this. Don't look behind the curtain. And if anything validates the tinfoil hat kind of mindset, it's this Epstein stuff, right? Because how many other things are like this that we just don't know about, right?
Right.
And it's there's so many things that go, the mentality is let's do something else to get their attention away from that. So let's bomb Iran. So I was getting my hair cut yesterday, and this young guy was cutting my hair.
Looks good.
Thanks,
does
man.
look good.
Looks good.
And he's from Nepal. And we're talking to him, and he learns that I'm from America, and I'm like, And first thing I thought, I'm like, oh, this guy's got a razor. I'm like, yeah, I did. I had that thought. I'm like, shit.
Every time I got my haircut overseas, man, in the sandbox, I had the same thought. I got you, man.
Yeah. So he doesn't know what the guy's like 20 something years old, right? And poor guy's working like 2 jobs, and he's just trying to kind of make his way. And he goes, yeah, Iran. I heard about what's going on in Iran. He goes, I wonder what they did. I go, honestly, buddy, I'm 50 years old, and I've been hearing about Iran for 40 years.
40 years.
Right? Iran-Contra with
Yep.
the original George Bush, and it just every once in a while they just go back. All right, what's this other Middle Eastern area that we have an issue with, right? And so that's what I was trying to explain to him. I'm like, it's always going to be there. It's always these issues, and yeah, if you're turning me more tinfoil positive than
Another one bites the dust.
Well,
it's funny too, because you figure no matter what happens, you always have like a background or gender in your mind. But like, however it is and however it unfolds, whether it's like in Venezuela or in Iran, while it's happening, and for whatever reason why they're doing it, there's something to it. It's like when you actually see the people in the streets that are like, let's go. I'm glad we have something to offer that they're here so we can make our situation better. So as rotten as we are, everybody wants to kind of be here or be like us. So it's kind of weird. You got the people in Cuba going, come on, we're next. We're going to dictate us. We're closer than Iran. Take us out.
I find the whole Iran thing, it just always goes back, like Brad was saying. I don't want to walk in his footsteps with what he said, but the hostage situation with Jimmy Carter, and then it parlayed into the first thing that I remember being a big thing was the gas shortage as a kid because of Iran. They blame not having price gouging on gas because we couldn't get. And then you're naive. You don't know. People weren't as informed back then. But now I think the veil has lifted a little bit, and it's just it's not easily swallowed as the force fed as it was over the years. So I feel bad for the Iron Sheik. They're ruining his legacy. We need a Hulk Hogan to come and clean up the mess.
Hulk Hogan.
And so Brad might have had this experience, and Brad, you can let me know if you had. Living outside of the country.
Allegedly.
Living outside of the country, it's a whole different world of news. Right? It's the stuff you hear when you're in the US and you move out of the country or you go travel. It's a hugely different perspective. So while you've got your CNN, you've got your Fox, you got all that stuff, ABC, NBC, CBS, you actually have to have the experience. If you have the ever opportunity, if you get out of the country, watch the news, and it is eye-opening on the stuff that gets reported, the worldview of stuff that gets reported. Everybody focuses on the US, but there's always, it's dramatic, the difference. It is. And it's not that you go to another country and they just focus on their news. It's a lot about world news, and that just doesn't happen in the US.
Nope. Scotty, I'm not sure if you were on the week that I was talking about this. Let's go all the way back to, the way the media is controlled, right? It's called a television, right? Yep. A show is called a program. It's just
me off.
Oh, we just lost Scotty.
Oh boy,
got too real for him. Got too real.
Gets you every time.
Canada killed him.
Yep.
Kudos at the front door.
The Prime Minister did talk about the New World Order a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
I'm trying to get back on.
I didn't know if somebody hit you with a rag from behind or something. Scott, put a hood
I spilled chloroform.
I thought Blackjack Mulligan put him in the claw.
Put the X over it. Put the X over it. Brad, wrap this up.
I got nothing, man. That's you guys cover some great points, man. It's got to be patient and wait and see. Like I said, invest in those DoD contracts, man. Halliburton and KBR, and about to make some money, boy.
Uh, that goes 2 months from now. We'll be talking about something different.
Thoughts be rising.
It's good for content, though, right?
It's great for content, man.
Right.
And
Can't go wrong.
We'll have to talk about
Yep.
Jim Carrey next week, Brad.
Oh, Jim Carrey.
What happened?
What?
Brown eyes to blue eyes.
plastic surgery, man. That's what happened.
Ed, let's shout out to all the guys down at work.
To all the guys down at work.
Your first job or your second job?
I just have one job now.
Okay. Shout out to the current wife, ex-wife.
Shout out to the current wife. Happy 40th birthday.
Okay, there you go. That's
He's got a baby.
Shaggy, you got to follow that.
After this last segment, you can't say that.
I got nothing this week.
Come on, nothing?
Nothing. I can't think of one.
Not even all the guys down at work?
Screw them.
They're gonna watch us and be like, Shaggy, I heard you said screw us.
They'll laugh and smile.
Bradford, get a shout out this week following that tinfoil hat.
Shout out to the boy. He just turned 10 yesterday. Goes by in a flash, fellas. A whole decade. Kind of sad about it, not gonna lie. It goes quick, man. It's like, wasn't that long ago he was sleeping on my chest and just being a baby, and now he's 10, smacking the shit out of me with a spatula when I'm not looking. So I got him back though. I hit him with the chancla.
Hey, it could be worse. You could catch
Got
him
him.
watching 30 minutes of Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah. So it's a joy, of fatherhood, and it's also sad at the same time watching them grow. So, but we do it, man. We love it. So it is what it is.
Brankowitz, what do you got?
I was going to mention before, so I'll mention it now. Have you guys checked out A Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
Nope.
The new no, I haven't watched it yet.
Wait, is that the
Game of Thrones
thing?
like
I watched that. That was good.
Good stuff, fellas. I know.
Good.
I mean, big fan of the original series. Hated the ending, but
I'd say I also hate that second series they had too. That was dog shit. The dragon one.
Yeah.
But this
This is a good one.
Pretty good. Check it out if you were into that.
Is that the shout out?
That's my shout out.
That's
Watch some
my
TV.
shout out. Go watch a show.
Watch some TV.
I don't usually shout out every week. Shout out to number 81. Hit the 30 goal mark before the season finished. So we're still playing at a higher level, still putting in the tuck. So at a girl. Let's go.
Nice.
Scotty, you get to close the podcast. What do you got for a shout out?
All right. Well, to the narcissist in me, I'm going to say happy birthday to me. I turned 51 this week. So me and my brother, we have the same birthday, 6 years apart. So happy birthday, Eric.
Man,
And,
happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday, Scotty.
No, thanks, boys.
Happy birthday, Scotty. Way to close the show.
Yo.
Not saying French.
Big shout out to the 1975 podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
That's me, 75.
Look at that.
All right,
Huh?
Shaggy, we'll start it off.
See? Yeah, it's just a trickle down economics, Bradford.
Yeah. You all bastards. How many prostate exams have you guys had? Because you guys are
One.
about due.
Oh, colonoscopies one.
You guys are about due. So go get checked. Don't worry
We pay,
about it.
extra for the prostate, just colonoscopy.
One.
In Canada,
Bradford.
they make us poop in a bag, and then they tell us if we're okay.
Oh, that's what happens when you get that free healthcare.
That's why you get a silver medal. Take the finger.
Bro, just to get in the military, I had to get the old heave ho, man.
Well,
that
that's
many
just,
times?
that's just to make sure that you're in the club, Brad.
Bend over, spread your cheeks, and cough. I was like, the fuck?
I mean, usually you get the, not the.
I was like, abort. I don't want to do this anymore.
Did I say one finger? I meant three.
Yeah.
Is that why you kept signing up?
No, the weird thing is when I felt both his hands on my shoulders, and I was like, hold up.
Ooh. Yeah. You had to go back 2 days later to get his watch back.
I got to end on that one.